Great victory tonight after the Eagles secured that 14-point victory against the Steelers, 27-13. I must say, great way to silence the critics. Great way to shut people the fuck up. Great way to make it a very, very beautiful week in Philadelphia, and ultimately beautiful when you beat a long-time division or state rival. It kind of felt like a high school championship game this week. Kind of felt like, both teams definitely wanted this game. Definitely happy the Eagles pulled it out. The Eagles now improved to 12-2 on the season, 6-1 at home. The Steelers now fall to 10-4. Definitely some key takeaways that talk about from this game. Definitely wanted to harp on some things. First things first. What a resounding way for the passing game to respond after all the bullshit. As I told y'all, don't pay this shit no mind. Coincidentally, this comes up the week that you're playing the Steelers, who have one of the shittiest pass defenses in the NFL. Not garbage, not great, right in the middle. With that being said, passing game had to improve, and it definitely improved. I would definitely say that. Jalen Hurts was phenomenal today. 25 of 32, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, really accounted for 3. He had a rushing touchdown as well and a tush push. Physical. I mean, this game was physical throughout. You had guys on both sides going out via injury, but what I thought was very impressive was to start the game, the Eagles were attacking. The defense was on one. I thought it was very, very much evident for Pittsburgh that they were going to be in for a lot because they were clearly ready for Saquon Barkley. They were not ready for that passing attack. Devontae Smith and ajbrown were getting whatever they wanted out there on the outside. Also, too, I noticed Pittsburgh definitely struggled with the running game. And if you remember, guys, in the preview video that I did earlier today, I said there was a few things that had to be, key takeaways from this game that had to be pivotal. One of them, and let's just run down the list and check it off right now. One of them, take away the running game. Eagles definitely did that. Najee Harris has 6 carries for 14 yards. Yikes. So that definitely is not good. Took the running game away. Forced Wilson into long down and distances. I can't tell you how many times I counted the third downs that they were in, like long third down situations. The Eagles definitely capitalized in that area. I'm going to pull up the numbers right here for you. Just give me one moment. Right here. Yeah, right here. Amazing. Third down efficiency. The Steelers were 3 of 10 on third down, which clearly is not going to get it done. The Eagles defense was dominant tonight. And that was the key to the game. It was funny that they played a clip during the game where Russell was talking and was saying that the key to the games would be third down and making sure that they win their third down situations. They didn't. They were downright horrible. 3 of 10 on third down for Pittsburgh Steelers. Not good at all. The Philadelphia Eagles were 10 of 17 on third down, which was tremendous. We're converting as many third downs. I mean, you only didn't convert 7 throughout the game, so I think that's fantastic. You had 17 opportunities and you converted 10, so that's fantastic. The Eagles were also 1 of 1 on fourth down. Interesting too. Speaking of fourth downs, I thought it was very interesting that 4th and 7 late in the game, where Tomlin had opportunity to go for it, where the game was still in hand. Maybe that was an indictment, and he was pretty much saying that these guys didn't have it. They didn't really have the juice, didn't really have enough firepower, especially with Pickens not being there. But to be quite honest with you, it's definitely something that people are going to be stewing over throughout this week. I definitely think that 4th and 7 decision was a costly one, but I'll dive into that a little bit more as I go on throughout the game. I was definitely worried because one of the things that I definitely didn't want to see happen was the turnovers. And like I said, definitely don't have any turnovers against this team. We spotted them too early. Jalen got the ball punched out. Perfect. If shout out to Cody Alexander from Match Quarters on Substack. Perfect punch the pocket moment with J.J. Watt getting that ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands. And then you had another fumble by Cooper DeJean on special teams on a punt return. So it was kind of scary there because, they got the ball back quickly within a minute. But the defense was playing at such a sound, stout level that they didn't really give Pittsburgh opportunities to really get back into this game. Though I give Pittsburgh credit, Pittsburgh definitely made this a football game. And it was a game pretty much through and through up until – and you kind of saw in the first quarter, Steelers didn't have it. Second quarter, Steelers started putting it together, started getting some drives. However, Um, not really like the Fryer move touchdown was great. But however, not really capitalizing on those third downs really cost them. Not really scoring when you got in scoring situations, scoring touchdowns. I mean, not scoring touchdowns in those situations definitely cost them. You saw too that AJ Brown was definitely getting warm. You saw early on they were getting AJ the ball. You kind of knew AJ was going to definitely have a big game. He definitely had over 100 yards receiving. If I check here, if I remember correctly, AJ had, yeah, he had literally 8 catches. Wow, AJ was going up. Let's see here. Okay, come on, my guys. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, 109 yards. 8 catches, 109 yards. So again, AJ Brown was going off. So definitely like to see that. Definitely like to see how AJ was putting in work. I thought the team definitely played. They played together. I like how they played. They played physical together, football together. Camaraderie. Style football, and I loved it. Complimentary. That's the word I'm looking for. Pardon me. It's been a long day, y'all. Complimentary style of football they played. I definitely like that. I thought that was exciting to see. Saquon didn't necessarily have a big game that he was used to having. However, he still had a solid game, 19 carries, 65 yards. He did break off a 22-yard run. I give the Steelers a tremendous amount of credit. They definitely didn't allow Saquon to kill him. However, Jalen Hurts having 15 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown, that definitely hurt him. Kenny Gainwell having 7 for 20 yards. The running game for Philadelphia, people always assume it's just Saquon Barkley. They forget that it's Jalen Hurts. They forget that it's Gainwell. They forget that the Eagles run that 2-minute offense with Gainwell in there. Very much prepared for attacking defenses, especially defenses of style of Pittsburgh. So credit to Philadelphia there on that. Receiving wise, like I said, it was 8 for 110, not 109. 8 catches for 110 yards for AJ Brown. Smitty also got in on the action, 11 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Gainwell, 3 for 40. Like I said, Calcaterra had 1 catch for 22 yards. Saquon had a couple catches too. I loved the ball distribution, 25 receptions, 290 yards. And ultimately, let's do the math. That's 19 receptions that accounted between A.J. Brown and Smitty. So great game by those two. If you're Pittsburgh, you clearly need George Pickens back in, as far as just being on the outside to create separation. But I thought it was hilarious when everybody was saying last week, well, look how they played the Browns. And they played the Browns so tough without George Pickens. Our defense is better than the Browns' defense. The Browns don't really have a sound defense. That's why they're in the situation that they're in. They're going to be in the basement of the AFC North. I love the fact that, you know, the Steelers got out physical and outclassed doing what they like to do. They got the turnover. They won the turnover battle. They didn't have the short down and distance that they would have liked to have had. I definitely saw that. That didn't play into their hand. However, they had multiple opportunities to try to win this game and try to get in situations and scenarios to win this game, and they didn't. So credit to the Eagles there. Russell Wilson didn't have a great game. 14 to 22, 128 yards. He had the one touchdown to Fryer move. Again, shout out to Vic Fangio for making sure he was unspectacular. Um, Running game wise, as I said, complete annihilation. The Eagles completely took the Steelers running game away. One of the key points, as I said previously, had to be done. 17 carries, 56 yards rushing, complete garbage. And receiving wise, 14 catches for 128 yards. Not great. Not great. And like I said, not having George Pickens out there definitely cost them. Defensively, I give the Steelers credit because they were hanging in there as much as they can. TJ Watt had 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Great game by him. He wound up stepping out late with an ankle injury. Thank God it wasn't anything too serious for the Steelers. But the key turning point for this game was the Najee Harris fumble. Najee Harris fumbling, and I don't even know what the fuck happened. He's looking straight while the ball is into his chest and stomach. He didn't secure it. He didn't do exactly what he needed to do, and that pretty much just that sealed it. So Darius Slay falls down on the ball, secures it. Eagles take it downfield, and pretty much make it a 14-point game. And at that point, it was over. And then that led into the penalties and the bad, inconsistent play as far as the Steelers were concerned. Getting the 4th and 7, not really doing anything with it. And I'll say this twice because I've seen this happen this year. I've seen this happen with the Ravens, and I've seen this happen with the Steelers. When you've beaten a team thoroughly, or you've pretty much taken away any option that they have offensively to attack you, this is what happens. Teams are not dumb. They will settle early and decide, fuck it, we don't have anything for you today. So I think that was definitely a credit and a testament to the Eagles defense, credit and a testament to how the offense came out humming today. But last but not least, the thing that I definitely want to touch on, I'd be remiss if I didn't. The final drive of the game, masterful drive of the game. You had Philadelphia who got the ball on their 3-yard line. Keep this in mind. Philadelphia got the ball on their 3-yard line. Bad penalty from Jalen Carter, slapping the shit out of one of the linemen on the Steelers. So that put them in a bad situation. However, 10 minutes and 29 seconds, 21 play, 88-yard drive, which pretty much ended the game. Masterclass on how to end a football game. Masterclass on how to be efficient. And then you did have the fumble by AJ there that almost, was risky. Which should have been a hip drop fucking tackle. I'm not sure why that never got called, but point being, AJ got tackled, fumble. Smitty was able to recover it, kept possession. And that pretty much just kind of sealed it because after that, Saquon was able to break off a big run. And it was just methodical football at that point. Steelers had no more timeouts, and that was pretty much the ball game. I must admit, I'm loving this because, I met a lot of humble Steelers fans throughout the week, but there were a lot of people early in the season talking shit to me about how great Pittsburgh was and they were the best team in Pennsylvania. Shut the fuck up. We've played you 2 times within 2 years and have beaten the shit out of you. You are not an offensive football team. Your desire and your goal is to muck it up, play murky, muddy defensive football games, get turnovers, win the turnover battle, and barely escape. You're not doing that in Philadelphia. You have 6 championships. You are dominant historically, but you are not dominant against us. You are our bitch, and I am happy to say that. I am great, and I mean, pull no punches. It is beautiful to sit here and sit back and see the Steelers get served their own medicine, out physical, outclassed. You're held to 13 points. You were held to 13 points. So credit to the Eagles, and like I said, and just masterclass on how they played today. Definitely want to take before I end this stream. I definitely want to take time and say, guys, check out one of the affiliate partners of the show, which is StubHub. Best place to buy concert tickets, game tickets, wherever you're looking for. I have a link in the description of this live stream if you're looking for any tickets coming up. The Kendrick, Lamar, and SZA concerts coming up. A lot of different musical acts are popping up. College football's championship bowl game season. Playoffs are upon us, so definitely want to get tickets for that. And with the way the Eagles are ripping off on this historic winning streak, 10 straight victories, tying a franchise record in victories. Definitely might want to get to a couple games for the playoffs start or make it for the playoffs. Who knows? But check out our friends at StubHub. They definitely got everything that you need there. Tickets are going on, and tickets are available now for a lot of the events that you're looking for. So like I said, if you're looking for events, links is in the description. Definitely tag that in. Check the show out also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on Substack, Trevo, and Podbean. The show is definitely expanding in a bunch of areas. A lot of different things. I'm just very much happy, and I thank you guys as always. The subscriber count is jumping. The viewership is jumping. We're going to have merchandise coming out soon. So there's going to be a lot of different things coming out for the show. I just thank you guys as always for watching. I have some more episodes coming up during the, which week is this? Was it week 15 now? Or was it week 14? Ooh, I want to say it's week 14. Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 more games left. So going to do a recap for week 15, excuse me. Yes, week 15. So there's 3 more games left. I'm going to do a recap for those games at the end of the week. Possibly, if not, definitely not tomorrow, but more likely it'll be Tuesday. You'll see the recap of the video of those games. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Take care, guys. Enjoy your night, and fly, Eagles, fly.